Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Peter Barber here, professional singer and music producer, and I just did a full analysis of Stolas Sings from episode 1 of Helluva Boss season 2. As you guys know, I did all reactions for all of Helluva Boss, full episode reactions for season 1, and I'm returning to my roots, what this channel is really meant for, which is diving deep into the music, and my goodness, have I done it with this one. A minute and 28 second video is now a 24-minute music analysis. So I hope you're here for it. I hope you learned something and enjoy. I'll see you after.
Owl in a cage, you show your age, your sweetness has run foul. Without a change, you're lost, exhausted by your time on.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so short. Bryce Pinkham sounding wonderful as our Stolas here. And this is interesting for me because I just finished doing the whole series for season 1 where I did the full episode reactions, and now I'm going back to just diving deep on the music as that's much more fitting for my channel. It was a bit of a stretch to do the whole Helluva Boss season 1. I had fun doing it, but we're back to focusing mainly on the music. And we've just seen this, the end of season 1 left us, it was a pretty sad ending for that season as far as the relationship between Blitz and Stolas. So we're left here with a very sad Stolas, it seems. However, wonderful singing, and the kind of sound design, musical soundscape is perfect again for it's Stolas always has this kind of spacey, atmospheric, mystical music design around him, whether it's him sitting in the bathtub actually in the show or the sound design outside of their universe that we're hearing. It's typically very cosmic and spacey and atmospheric, and we totally get that here right from the start. So some very light strings, some violins, and we have this boom, 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 boom. We have this arpeggiated, super, super light instrumentation in the background, again, with a lot of this reverb and atmosphere built around it. And the violins sound like they're out in space, right? They sound like they're very far away. Nothing is intrusive. It's all very this like light, cosmic sort of musical foundation. Yeah, just a very light piano.
Owl in a cage, you show your age, your sweetness has run.
It's such a light, breathy there's a warmth to the sound, even though it's very high. Bryce is very clearly a high tenor. Yeah, we're in G minor. So he's starting up on the middle G there. And everything he sings sounds way lower in his voice than it is for me. I think our voices are probably close to an octave apart naturally as far as where we speak and maybe where we operate most comfortable as singers. And I always have fun talking about almost like trying to imagine what it would be like to be a really high tenor, because it's so foreign. It's so foreign to my physiological setup, right? And it would be the same for if we're Bryce, we're talking about a low bass. But I love this wonderful light approach to the singing. It really just feels like it connects perfectly with the emotion that's being captured here. That face, Blitz.
Owl in a cage, you show your...
Owl in a cage, you show your... Getting down to that D3, and that's getting down, not the bottom of Bryce's range, but much closer towards the bottom, right? Where there, and you can feel the voice getting towards the bottom. It doesn't sound like he's pushing to get down there by any means yet, but you can just tell there's a sort of weightiness to it down there. And this is probably very low, not very low, sorry, low to middle range for our singer here. And it sounds like a wonderful place to kind of start this piece. You know, typically I talk about having a lot of contrast so you can really build towards the climax of a song. When the song is a minute and a half, it's a little different. You just kind of like one verse, one chorus, you know, and then we're there. So we'll see what happens.
In a cage, you show your age, your sweetness has run.
So that's up that D4. So middle D, D above middle C, in the very, very light place, right? Stolas is not putting any power behind this. Bryce is not putting any power behind this note. It's in this malaise. It's in this depression. This very sort of darkened, laid back feel vocally. And yeah, really just representative of what this character is experiencing. I mean, that's something that all these singers and voice actors do so well on shows like Hazbin Hotel, Helluva Boss, is you have to do so much more actually with your voice in animated work, because you have to overdo everything. And if you only pay attention to their voices often, like if you think of like Blitz, for example, and imagine that voice coming out of a live action person, it would be absolutely completely unhinged beyond already being unhinged in animated form. It's really interesting to like try to separate the voice from what's actually happening in the animation and just realize how over the top and overstimulating it is. All to say, you have to convey the emotion deeper in a way when you're a voice actor and you don't have human facial expression and tiny little patterns to go off. So they all do that wonderfully, and we're getting that here. It's just a wonderful representation of everything happening in the scene.
In a cage, you show your age, your sweet.
Oh, I just know. Look how sick that cape is. Sick cape. See, he's even got the cosmos in his cape.
You show
Look at this. Oh, gorgeous.
Your sweetness has run foul. Without a change, you're lost, exhausted by your time on stage.
Up to that high F, right? The flat 7 of our G minor. Or just 7 in G minor, G natural minor.
Has run foul without
How easy that is. Up to that high F. So now we're getting up into the upper range. We're still not into any kind of extreme vocally for Bryce, but we're getting up into that upper range now, but it's maintaining this really soft quality. Chest connected, soft quality. It's breathy. It's still got that warmth to it. It's not a big power belt with like super hyper efficient vocal fold closure. And I don't remember exactly. I haven't heard Bryce do that kind of singing. I think most of what he's done in the show has been more like this. So I don't really know what he's capable of, quite frankly. But anyway, very easy, light, high F. Beautiful.
has run foul. Without a change, you're lost, exhausted by your time on stage.
Oh. Down to that low D for a tenor again, and really letting the voice almost break there. It's not like a total voice crack, but you hear it kind of like shake and whimper a little bit on that low note.
By your time on.
It's like a really shaky vibrato, you know?
By your time on stage, then you walked in
Major. Probably the relative major. No. Just went to G major. Ah.
On stage, then you walked in my room, and like sparks in the dark, life was suddenly thrilling and new. What's between you and I? Just a comfortable lie. I'm the fool who believes when you look in my eye.
Whoa, interesting key change there. We do get a high G from our Stolas here in this part. This is beautiful. So this is interesting. Usually if a song starts in minor, you go to the relative major. That's our G minor. We'd go to B flat major. That'd be very standard. Going from G minor, tiny keyboard will be the death of me. Tiny, this tiny iPad keyboard. G minor to G major. Super cool. I've used that a number of times in my own original writing. And it's not something you want to overuse, but it's a very cool tool, songwriting tool. G minor to B flat major is more standard, but I love this switch we get here.
Like sparks in your time on
G major.
you walked in my room, and like sparks in the dark, life was suddenly thrilling and new. What's
going on there in the chord? Hold on.
was suddenly thrilling and new.
There's a lot of dissonance in that chord there. It's very cool. It makes it really crunchy against what his voice is doing too.
Suddenly thrilling and new. What's between you and I?
What's really cool about it, they're really keeping it natural here. Like there are a number of notes that are out of tune, and it just makes it feel so much more real in a way. Now, tuning doesn't, first of all, in studio produced music nowadays, also typically in shows like this, you tune everything. The singer sings the raw audio in the studio, and then it gets tuned perfectly for release and production, because you have a product that is going to be on the internet forever. In almost all cases, you want it to be perfectly tuned, because being out of tune is just it sounds, in most cases, it sounds so much worse. Even to people that don't really know what being in tune or out of tune is, it's like a feeling where things don't quite lock in. But for people that know anything about tuning, if a note's very out of tune, it's like, oof, you can have everything else perfect. But if a singer is out of tune, it's like, ugh. So it's cool that they're making a very deliberate choice to keep that more raw form of the audio in, to where there are moments where Stolas is just out of tune, but it's actually very fitting for his emotional place right now to be sort of imperfect and vulnerable in that way. So that's pretty cool. You do not hear that very often.
Thrilling and new. What's between you and I?
What's between you and I? Like those notes are not in tune. They left that section out of tune.
Thrilling and new.
That too.
What's between you and I? Just
So I'm interested. People out there in the comments, some of you are like music lovers, probably why you're here on my channel. Others of you might just be Helluva Boss lovers and you enjoy the music but don't think much about it. I don't know. Let me know if you guys can tell that little section there is out of tune vocally, or if you're like, I don't know, it just sounds like he's being authentic. Because that'll be actually interesting to see.
and new. What's between you and I? Just a comfortable lie. I'm the fool who believes when you look in my eyes. Prince.
Love the voice acting here. Just like the way that you can make words more intense. You can really chew on the consonants. He does get more vocal fold closures, so the sound gets a little more intense, right? So it closes up. We get more high frequency content in the sound, a kind of like more biting sound. That, in addition to much stronger consonants, can make the voice sound a lot more intense than if it's much more relaxed.
Lie between you and I. just a comfortable lie. I'm the fool who believes when you look in my eye.
I love that.
Who believes when you look in my eye.
Is that a tritone? Sounds like it goes to C sharp.
Who believes when you look in my eyes, Prince?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, boy, I don't want to get into this. I don't want to do it. Yeah, it's a sort of, it could be a 5 of 5. Yeah, 5 of 5. No, 5 of, yes. Mason, please put up a thing of me short-circuiting. The D major, so 5 of 5 would be A. Yeah, 5 of 5 would be A major. That would give us a C sharp, but I'm not sure that's what it's doing.
You look in my...
But it does go to the 5.
Who believes when you look in my eyes?
Because it goes something, and then back to the 5, and then back to the 1. 5 of 5 would work to get that C sharp. I'm not sure. Too rusty with my music theory. I go more on feel these days when I'm writing music.
All alone upon your throne, your power is so frail. You raise your voice, you have no choice inside your gilded jail.
Gilded jail. Okay, that's a really cool final section. It's really interesting. Like, this sounds like a section where Stolas could really get into that belting. Ba-da-da-da-da, right? Like, full on. But it never gets out of this, like, much more quiet place. You can tell there's more. You can tell when there's more intensity in the voice. You can tell when it's like a swell or a crescendo. And so now I'm wondering if this is really just Bryce Pinkham's like wheelhouse vocally, and if maybe his voice doesn't do the big belting thing. I mean, a lot of voices don't do that, and if you have a voice color-wise and everything that's so perfect for this character, then like you don't always want someone that has that quality. So that's just like casting. That's just like casting choices there. What they want as far as what the singer can do. And his voice is very clearly just like such a great fit for this role.
Upon your throne, your power.
Throne, right? Like that note. Throne. That feels like it could be like bigger, but it never gets out of this softer place in Bryce's voice.
Upon your throne, your power is so frail. You raise your voice, you have no choice.
No choice. What is that? What are we in B? That's up to a B flat. Have we been in B flat the whole time? Well, G minor, B flat.
It's so frail.
We are in B flat. Are we in B flat minor now? Is that where we started? Sure, we definitely started in G, didn't we? Hold on, I'm almost done, guys. Don't worry. That's G minor. Keyboard. And then
upon your throne.
Oh my God! Keep hitting the B natural.
Your power is so frail.
G minor.
Raise your voice. You have no choice.
Okay, so we've been in G minor. Just on this chord, it goes to what I said earlier, the relative major, which is just a 3 major chord in the G minor scale. We're not like changing keys necessarily or anything, but we get this nice B flat, and he gives us the leading tone too, A natural to B flat. in this much higher. Let's give a little once over for the vocal technique here.
Raise your voice, you have no choice in.
It's really an interesting approach, actually, because it sounds, I don't know, it's mixy. It sounds mixy.
Raise your voice, you have no choice.
The first note sounds more falsetto-y, but then he kind of like reconnects on the high B flat.
Raise your voice, you have no choice.
No. I'm not going to try and sing that high B flat. Not right now. Nope. I'll destroy this microphone and probably this whole studio.
Raise your voice, you have no choice.
And it sounds like he kind of resets after you have to kind of put it into a kind of new vocal position. It's not terribly clear. That's the other thing. If you're singing softly throughout, changing in register can be more difficult, because if he had been really belting hardcore, then a switch into head voice becomes much more obvious, especially in a low place like that. A place where you could carry full chest voice up. So jury's sort of out a little bit on exactly what's going on.
Raise your voice, you have no choice inside your gilded chair.
I love gilded. Obviously an octave higher. Gilded. Ba, 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 ba. Nice little cadence.
Your
Oh, right. He goes to, so B flat, D, G. That's actually quite lovely.
no choice inside your gilded chair.
Be more common to go gilded chain. So the underlying chord would be going to the 5 major, 5 minor. So you could sing the 2 on that A, ba, ba, and then it resolves down to the G, but we get ba, ba instead of the A, back up to the G. It's lovely.
Inside your gilded
Da, da. So I did what would be somewhat standard. It's just a little more interesting to go down. I think he does say chain. Gilded jail?
jail.
I think it is jail. Okay. Well, I was going to do 2 songs in one here, but it took me 23 minutes to analyze a song that's 1 minute and 28 seconds long. Ha ha! That may be a record. For those that love it, great. If you're still here, I love you. You're the best. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm still going to be doing all early access on my Patreon to all Helluva Boss songs, and probably all reactions going forward are going to have early access. So that should be cool. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you learned a lot. Hope you enjoyed nerding out with me. You'd think there wouldn't be that much to talk about just as far as vocal technique, because it's like a pretty chill song musically, right? Very emotionally interesting and intense. Anyway, this was fun. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.